Hi, everyone. I'm about to introduce to you author Sarah Zettel, and we are going to be talking about her brand new book, The Other Sister. And you are looking at the cover right now. I love this cover so much. So, everyone, I can't wait to talk to her. Here is Sarah. Hi, everyone. I am so excited because I am speaking with author Sarah Zettel, and we are talking about her brand new book, just came out last week, called The Other Sister. And you guys already saw the cover of it. And I have to tell you, Sarah, I was up yesterday reading this book because I like to read it very close to when I'm going to talk to you, so it's really fresh. And I finished it, and then I was like, all right, I'm going to go to bed now. And my mind, I kept, not that it's scary, but every word of this book is suspenseful. That's all I can say.
Well, thank you so much. You may be the first person who's told me I managed to keep him up all night. Usually it's me saying that to, say, my son.
Yeah. Yeah, and it wasn't that I was scared. It's not that kind of book. It's that it's and had me thinking and then thinking, and you just, anyway, we're going to talk about, first of all, the title. Let's just start at the title. I love this title, okay? It's so perfect for this book because it is about sisters, and I'm like trying to think of the words. It's like Marie and Geraldine, and you go back and forth, and it's incredible. I have never read a book like this. It is truly incredible, and I don't have a sister. So, do you have a sister?
No, I don't, which may be for the best considering the relationship between these two. But what I wanted to do was really explore that dynamic. I wanted to explore the lives of two women who grew up in the same house, in the same family, but had dramatically different experiences within that family. And I wanted to look at what this would do not only to them as individuals, but what this would do to their relationship.
Yeah. And you know what? My one son, my oldest son, has been really digging into ancestry.com right now and talking about it. And you just have no idea what happens back then, Like, there are so many conflicting things on birthdays and who are the parents and who are, you go back cut back a couple generations, and that's what this kept reminding. Go back a couple generations and you don't know what happened. You really don't.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And even if you get a name, if you get a birthday, if you're really, really lucky, you get some letters and a diary, and that's still just snapshots.
Yeah.
You've got no clue what went on in the spaces between the snapshots. I mean, life went on off camera.
Yeah.
And you don't know. And you will never know.
You take that to the... So, okay, let's talk about the cover. When I saw this cover, because I've seen the cover, during, different people posting it on Instagram, and I was like, right away, I was like, yes. Of course, I'm hooked on thrillers anyway, but I was like, yes, I want to read that book. And that cover just kind of like makes you realize that you're going into a thriller. Like, this is going to be a ride, okay?
They did such a fabulous job with that cover. That cover is entirely the art department at Grand Central, and they are a fantastic bunch of people. They really captured it. Of course, the emphasis there is not only, we want to make sure this is a thriller, we want to make sure people know what they're getting into. I prefer to know what I'm in for. That's how I choose my book, I do judge it by the cover. I admit it. We all do it. Let's be open about it.
Yes.
But they also wanted to emphasize both the Rose House and the fairy tale Snow White and Rose Red, which is one of the few fairy tales about actual full sisters, as opposed to half sisters or stepsisters.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna get into that fairy tale part. Okay, I gotta stay on track because I have so many questions for you. Okay, first of all, I love a good first line. This is one of the best first lines I've read in a while. Okay, I'm gonna tell everybody it. 25, and we're talking from Geraldine's point of view. 25 years ago, I killed my mother. Okay, right away, I'm like, that's such a giveaway already. It's not, but it is. But it's
I admit it. That was deliberate. Again, the idea that you want people to at least feel like they know what they're getting into.
Right.
Um, if you're creating suspense, real suspense is not about shock. It's about
Yes.
anticipation.
Right.
And of course, that's something that, Alfred Hitchcock, who was, the acknowledged master, said it's not about who done it, it's about when are they going to do it. So that opening scene with Geraldine, I not only wanted to create a sense of anticipation in that this is where Geraldine is arriving, she's on the road, she's, seeing this familiar landscape, but I wanted to create the sense of the depth of her agenda, of what she thinks, at least, that she's going to be needing to do once she does get home. And that was what I was focused on with that opening line and that opening scene.
Okay, and then my second favorite line of this book is right at the end of the first chapter, because I always look at it, especially with thrillers, it's like you have to get your audience to that second chapter. It has to
Yes,
be
yes.
exciting enough. And
Mm.
you end it with, if I turn, so she's driving home, okay, Geraldine, if I turn around this time, meaning there have been others, what will I do about dad? So now you're like, oh my, okay, so now she already told us that she killed her mom. She's already told us that now, we're going through her drive. And I love the first chapter, of her going through it. And then it's like, okay, so she has turned around before. Like, now what? So now she's not going to. Now she's going to go through with it. And then you take us, from there. It's crazy, but I love that. I love that line. I thought that was perfect for, to get just into this book. And so do you work on that line too? Like, is that
Oh,
what you're
yeah.
thinking too? Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Thrillers, I've written a lot of different genres. And the thing that intrigues me about thrillers, aside from the fact that, I simply love thrillers, is I'm an old movie buff, I love Hitchcock,
Me too.
I love stories of suspense. Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier is probably one of my favorite books ever. So, I love an old Gothic. You may have noticed houses play a very important role
Yes.
in this. But part of what attracts me to thrillers as a writer is the importance of language and how you have to look at not only the order in which you are revealing the information, but the careful wording that is used, how you reveal it, how you talk about it, how each character uses language to describe their point of view. This is more so in a thriller than any other genre. This is vital because it's this careful use of language, this opposing points of view that's really going to create that suspense and that tension inside the reader.
You know what? And you bring up Alfred Hitchcock, and now I'm thinking, because I watched Rear Window this weekend. I've seen it 5 times.
Aha.
But you know what? I was really paying attention this time because I read so many thrillers now, and he was the ultimate. And the way he set the scenes up were the tension, that's how I would describe this book. And so I'm so happy you said that, because it's not, it's like we're looking at a picture, but then there's like, well, what's happening? What is happening? And if anybody thinks Geraldine is, wait till they meet Marie, okay? That's all I have to say, okay? 'Cause when
Well,
the,
I think that's part of the question. It's part of the dynamic because it's part of women's lives.
yeah,
It's, that tension between reality and appearance and how we all put on masks. We all, are caught up in the expectation of the world. And so much of that is built on women's personal appearance. So much judgment is put on how we look on that surface. And so both of them use that. Both of
yes.
them sort of, they weaponize
Oh
appearance.
my
They
God.
weaponize expectations, each in their own way.
Yeah, yeah. Is this your first thriller?
It is my first thriller. It
I
is
read
not my
that
first
somewhere.
mystery, but it is my first thriller.
I was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding? Like, I just feel like it was so perfect. And the ending, which we don't give away, but I was like, I would love it. You know what? And guys, don't even bother. Don't even go to the end because you won't even get it. You know, it's like you have to read this to understand how
Oh, that makes me
unbelievably.
so happy. I love, the idea that it's got to, that the book flowed so well together.
Oh, okay.
Here.
So, yeah, let's talk fairy tales because my favorite part of this book was that I couldn't wait for a chapter to end to then read your little description at the beginning of every chapter of fairy tales that we grew up with, okay? And I think I'm in my 50s, 53. I mean, I grew up on these fairy tales not even realizing how dark they are. And I
Mm-hmm,
learned so
mm-hmm.
much. I felt like you were just feeding me this knowledge, and of course it worked its way into the book very well. But I loved it. I loved reading these, and I was like, wow, where did she get this? And you must have really like studied these fairy tales.
Well, that's the weird thing is I didn't. What happened was, and it actually amazes me that other people don't know this because I grew up in a house full of books. Many of us did.
Right,
But um, among the books in my house was a collection of Aesop Anderson and Grimm.
right.
And the Grimm section of this was the unvarnished stories. It was the originals with all the gore and the violence left in.
Wow.
And my parents were very progressive, especially for their time, especially my father. And my father told me very young that anything I could read was open to me. He was not into age appropriate
Right.
reading. So I got this book and I was fascinated. It makes a kind of appearance
Oh my
in
goodness.
in the other sister. There is Geraldine Steele's this book.
Yeah.
And so I didn't study them per se, but I grew up reading them. I drank them in. And because they were so much a part of my life and my thinking growing up, it was almost a secret I had from the rest of the world. I know something about Cinderella. You guys had no idea.
Right.
And so when I wanted to, and because I grew up with them, my vision of them changed. My understanding of what went into them, of the ways they were used, of the ways they were changed down history and by history. And the light just went off in here.
That's okay.
Hang on one
Go
second.
ahead.
I'll hit the switch again. There we go.
All right.
I sat still too long.
Yeah, that's right. You didn't make enough movements.
Okay, live on camera. Here we go. So all of that changed, but it stayed with me as I read and reread and read new versions. So when I finally was ready to write about family, about women's lives, about sisterhood, that was where I immediately went. It's like these are the stories,
Yeah.
the root tales that talk about all this and talk about suspense.
Yeah.
I mean, especially the ones that Disney hasn't taken over. There are all these weird, obscure, strange stories, and they're loaded with suspense. There are lots of stories of unnamed princesses who, in the middle of the story, they are taken out of their own palaces. They are accused of murder. They're dumped into streams, and the wicked sister takes their place. So, so they're full of this kind of thing. And so, like I said, when I was ready to write about sisters, that was where I went.
Yeah, I love that. Like I said, I look forward to every chapter because I knew I was going to get another like tidbit, and I don't know, everybody, you are going to love it. That's all I can tell you. It's like it was like an added piece to this story, and it made sense, and it also made you think. And I feel so blessed to have been able to read it, Sarah. I can't even tell you, and I can't believe, like I said, I've never read one that every word in this book. I read every word. Because even like somebody picking up a cup of coffee or laying down, like every word mattered. You didn't want to skip anything because it all just led to the, it wasn't just like you didn't just waste away words for no reason. They weren't just in a room for no good reason. If somebody was somewhere, there was a reason, and I love that about it.
And that is, again, that's one of the trickiest parts of a really good thriller. If you go back, I'm going to bring up Rebecca again because I think everybody ought to read Rebecca. Don't watch the adaptations.
You're right.
Read the book. It's not a very long book, but it is a phenomenal book. And the beginning is very, very slow. And you can feel like, why is she putting all of this here? What is going on with this? And she keeps going back to those slow parts. And it's only when you finish, when you realize that this was part of the layering, that you needed this slowish beginning to really feel the impact later on when she gives you her twist and she gives you that final turn. You only really feel it because of these layers she's put in. And that's where I took the inspiration from. That's where I was, I'm not saying I, succeeded anywhere near as well as du Maurier, but that was what I was looking to, was to layer in that feeling so that when it all came to a close, you had all of that emotion behind you.
Yeah, you know what? Now I'm realizing that first chapter kind of takes on a new meaning for me because even though it's her drive and you're like and you kind of do that with her drive. It's like it's one step at a time and you don't know where why, but what she goes into, this family gathering, you understand like the first chapter. So I get that now. That's just I loved it before, but now I even see another layer to it. So, and that's how I think this whole book is. There's just so many layers, and everybody is going to love it. And I've seen it all over the place. I'm not the only person that loves this. You are getting amazing reviews for this, and I am so happy for you. And I just want to know, are you writing another thriller for us? Because
I am. In fact, I am at work on it right now. It's not fairy tales this time. This time we're kind of looking at confidence games, which, heists and scams are another genre I love. And so we're looking at confidence games. We're looking at mothers and daughters. We're looking a little bit at gender expectations in thrillers, shall we say. We have a lot of stories where you see fathers and daughters kind of caught together in the action, but very, very few where you see mothers and daughters caught together in the action. So, we're playing with all of these things, and I'm having a fabulous time, and I'm really excited.
Well, I can tell you had fun writing this one too. I can sense it. So you know where to find me. Call me. Okay, you know where to find me.
Absolutely.
As soon as you get it done, I will be an early reader and we will get it out there because I love your writing and I am so happy that I got to meet you and everybody. I'm going to put all of Sarah's links underneath here, especially the one to Amazon where you can go and you can buy it right now. And thank you so much, Sarah.
Hey, do me a favor.
Yes.
When you include those links, include one to IndieBound.
Okay.
IndieBound.org, because that will help people support their local independent bookstore.
Awesome.
They have the book. It's all good to go. But, if you have a local independent but you still want to order online, IndieBound is the way to go.
IndieBound. All right. I never even heard of it. I don't know
why.
Yeah,
check them out.
I will because I love supporting my local bookstore.
Yes, we all do. We all love our local bookstore.
And you know what? My local bookstore even has cats. Okay.
Oh, you got one of those? Those are great. Mine has coffee, but...
They have coffee, but I'm allergic to cats. But I don't mind that they're there because I think it adds to the element of the bookstore. So, So I will definitely put that link too. So thank you so much, Sarah, and we will talk again, please. Okay?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you.
Okay. Have a great day.
You too.
Okay. Bye. I know you hear me say this a lot, okay? But this book, if you love thrillers, okay, just suspenseful, like she said, like Alfred Hitchcock-ness thrillers, okay? You have to read this book. It is so good. I can't say enough about it. And she is lovely. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that I got to meet her. And thank you so much, Sarah. I really feel blessed and I can't wait till your next book. Thank you, everyone.